This is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Stephanie Roberts.
And I'm Don Brennan. John Sculls will be along in just a moment. But first, we have Donald Trump. He won Tuesday and stunned many people all over the world. Now it's moving some people to action, playing out in streets around the nation.
Reed Binion continues to follow the latest on the nationwide protests that were popping up all across the area overnight. And that includes right here in the Bay Area, reports that peaceful protests happening in Ybor as well.
Demonstrators in Oakland, California protesting into the night Wednesday against the election victory that shocked the world. Similar protests took place in cities across the nation, from Philadelphia to Oregon and down through the West Coast to Los Angeles. Some demonstrators there setting fire to a Donald Trump effigy, others blocking the highway. In New York, as many as 5,000 people gathered outside Trump Tower, while in the nation's capital, anti-Trump chants echoed through the streets.
No Trump!
A similar outcry heard in Chicago.
Not my president, not today! Not my president, not today!
Some even calling on Clinton to challenge the election results.
I need you. Chicago needs you. We all need you. This country needs you.
Clinton herself sending a very different message as she conceded.
Donald Trump is going to be our president. We owe him an open mind and the chance to lead.
The rage that played out on the streets Wednesday, a stark contrast to the conciliatory tone set by President Obama as he spoke following Trump's victory.
We are now all rooting for his success in uniting and leading the country.
Obama now set to follow those words with action, inviting Trump to meet with him at the White House Thursday. I'm Reed Binion reporting.
All right, so a busy night overnight, and we'll continue to see those developments as we go throughout the day. But weather-wise, we have some developments coming as well.
Great.
As we speak, the cold front moves.
Yes, it's past us now. North wind. We have some dry air that's in place in north central Florida, and it's got to come here. So
tomorrow mornings.
I don't even think we have to wait that long.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I bet you later on today you'll notice the drier air. You'll notice a more comfortable afternoon. Yeah,
John, someone will protest, because there's
protesting.
just always protests. Not everyone likes cold weather.
No. Everybody's going to love it. It's not going to be cold necessarily, but it will just be lower relative humidity. It'll be a little cooler, a few degrees, but nothing that you wouldn't set your air conditioner to. So that's perfect, right? You set
My
your
air conditioner's been off for weeks.
Mine has not, I have to admit. At least at times it has not been. We are looking at some very pleasant weather. The frontal boundary now to our south has taken the showers with it. Yeah, we had a few areas of patchy drizzle and some, light areas of sprinkles, but that's gone. So look for temperatures that will continue to climb into the lower 80s today, maybe the 80-degree mark. I don't think we're going to see much in the way of cloud cover this afternoon, and the weather just gets better from here, really. We'll talk all about it in just a few.
Thank you, John. Taking a look at the roadways, one accident to speak of, a vehicle fire, an accident on I-75 northbound. That's at mile marker 224, which is the confluence of 301 in Ellington with I-75. Not causing any delays right now, but as volume picks up, it may very well, so be aware of that. 301 I-75 northbound, there is a vehicle fire. Everything else in Manatee County is looking pretty good for the most part. You see State Road 70 between 301 and 41 as you head west towards 41 is a little bit of a backup, but no accident or delay to speak of there. In Sarasota County also, all the arteries out to 75 from the coast looking good right now all the way through South County.
In local news, a man is now under arrest for a fatal shooting of an 18-year-old girl in Bradenton.
21-year-old Devon Freeman was arrested in Sarasota last night in connection to the death of Mariah Good. He is now charged with second-degree murder in that case. The shooting happened on 4th Street East in Bradenton on Sunday afternoon. Good was taken to Manatee Memorial Hospital, where she died. And new this morning, the Florida Highway Patrol investigating a fatal accident on I-75 overnight. It happened just after 7 o'clock last night as the driver was heading southbound in the left lane approaching Linger Lodge Road when the car went off the roadway. It went into the grass median, hit the concrete pillar of the overpass, and burst into flames. The driver's name has yet to be released, and it's not known if alcohol was involved.
A disaster recovery center will open today in Manatee County for those who need help applying for disaster assistance following Hurricane Hermine. The center will be open today through Saturday at GT Ray Park on 33rd Avenue Drive West in Bradenton. It'll be open from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Residents from FEMA, the Florida Division of Emergency Management, and the U.S. Small Business Administration will be on hand to help you learn more about the different types of assistance being offered and how you can apply. In Venice, the police department is accepting applications for its 4th annual Citizen Police Academy. The Academy is a 10-week program that has 2-hour training sessions on Wednesdays. It will give participants hands-on training in scenarios that officers experience on a daily basis. There'll be mock demonstrations on firing a weapon, using a K-9 officer in searches, and operating a police vehicle. Applications will be accepted until December 12th, and that training begins in February and is free of charge.
Now that Florida has passed Amendment 2 to legalize the use of medical marijuana, another Suncoast community considering allowing marijuana dispensaries. According to the Herald Tribune, Northport City Commissioners have given preliminary approval to allow for 2 dispensaries within city limits. The rules allow for 1 dispensary east of Sumter Boulevard and 1 dispensary west of Sumter to allow for easier access. They cannot be residential or on residential property or near churches, schools, or daycares. City commissioners will have a final reading about these dispensaries on November 22nd.
Several people living in Venice will have water outages this morning. The city is doing a trial water shutdown. That shutdown began at 5:30 and it will last until 10 a.m. Some of the areas include Grove Street, Warfield Avenue, Spur Street, and Cypress Avenue. A boil water notice is not in effect, but residents will see intermittent water service. The Manatee County School District is preparing for even more students who will be moving into our area. Officials will meet with potential construction managers and architects today to talk about building a new high school in Parrish. Initial plans include enough space for 2,000 students with extra room to expand in the future. According to the Bradenton Herald, developers are being asked to come up with a design for the school that can be easily copied and used to build more schools in the district's future. The district will close the deal next month to purchase 50 acres on Erie Road next to property it already owns to build this new high school. A lot of projected growth in Manatee County.
Indeed. All month long, we're taking a look ahead to issues that the Suncoast will deal with over the next 20 years, including net growth.
Yes, that is one of the big ones. And one issue of concern is how the communities dealing with growth will then evolve over time. So with growth and demand, Bradenton Beach and other island communities continue to have to work to have that small town feel. The mayor of Bradenton Beach says the growth is a concern, but he says elected officials have put into place certain ordinances to prevent too much change.
Hopefully the height restrictions will still be in effect and we won't have high rises and we'll be the old Florida, maintain our old Florida charm.
Well, one issue that will need special attention in the next 20 years is, of course, traffic and public transportation. And you know, the islands have a soft spot in my heart where you do want it to be quiet and you do want it to be pristine. So it's harder to share that with everybody, I think, for some of us.
But there was a lot of traffic on the day of your wedding. A lot of people, snoopers, paparazzi, trying
Yes,
to get in there
sure.
out on the island. Yes, indeed. It was a big day. Sarasota County may finally be getting into the food truck craze.
Yeah, this is good growth. County commissioners unanimously voting this week to relax some of the regulations that once limited area food trucks. Prior to the vote, food trucks were only allowed after getting a permit for a specific location. But this new ordinance will permit a food truck to go to any location as long as it is appropriately zoned.
Because now we have a wider variety of places that we can go. We can start serving more people, and not just at markets. Markets are amazing, don't get me wrong, but now we can go to office buildings and take care of them too.
So the zoning changes allow food trucks to set up on private property as long as they are not within 150 feet of a residential structure. Some good news there, because I don't know if you saw that video, but those donuts in that food truck from one of the donut companies in the area,
yes.
Amazing.
Oh, yeah. A lot of the food trucks, and you guys have had them on the Suncoast View, and yeah, it's
a lot
good.
of treats
it's good
there.
stuff, and
a lot
it's
of
mobile,
treats there.
which is good too.
Yes. Well, Suncoast families have a new playground to enjoy.
The Ronald Balducci Playground and Event Garden at Nathan Benderson Park is now open. It's on the north end of the park and has your typical jungle gym along with slides and things for kids to climb on. One thing that's not so typical, the playground has solar panels so parents can charge their iPhones and iPads while their children are playing.
But we also have people using this park all day long, riding, bicycling, walking, taking their dogs for walks. We're looking at increasing activities for the lake itself throughout the coming year. And this park, the playground itself, is just one more component that I think kids have a place to go.
The park is open daily during regular park hours, and the pavilion will be soon available to rent for birthday parties and special events. And I'm not so sure. I mean, it's nice that you're able to charge your phone in case you need it for emergency purposes.
Absolutely.
But when you're there with your kids, shouldn't you be watching your kids or interacting with your kids? Not playing Word with friends?
One of the curses of technology today. But any place you can charge, just as you said, for safety reasons and not having to leave a car running or be in the car.
Nowadays, the kids can charge their phones.
Yeah, exactly. The 3-year-olds.
Parents around the jungle.
The 3-year-olds.
Kids are talking on the phone.
Get a fast charge today with all the sunshine we're going to see. We'll talk about that after the break.
And still ahead on your Suncoast News.
Oh, you would like to move to Canada? Sure. So you need your help on selling your home.
Okay, this started as a joke, but one company's ad offering to help move people to Canada apparently being taken pretty seriously by disgruntled voters. We'll show you how it's boosted business in the last couple of days. Coming up.
ABC7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you, weeknights at 5.
You only have one life. Are you gambling with it? 1 in 3 adults have high blood pressure. Not knowing your numbers could cause you to lose, big time. Luckily, you can turn the odds in your favor by getting your blood pressure checked today. Don't leave your health to chance. Learn more at heart.org/HPV.
Why wait until the turkey has left you feeling tired? The Black Friday sales event has already started at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota. Ram trucks are built tough enough to help you conquer whatever the day may throw your way with all the technology and comfort you'd find in a luxury vehicle. Right now, get over 20% off. That's up to $15,000 off a new Ram 1500. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota.
I'm calling in regards about my mother, and I'm here, and I just want to thank you because it saved my mother's life yesterday. And I'd like to know the names of the people that came in and saved her so I could call and thank them. And she's doing fine. It's a wonderful thing. Thank you.
When you fall and cannot get up, an accident can turn into a tragedy. But with Life Alert, one touch of a button can get you help fast. Life Alert saves a person from a catastrophe every 10 minutes.
Life Alert is a lifesaver. If it weren't for Life Alert, I wouldn't be sitting here today.
For a free Life Alert brochure, call 1-800-652-3012. That's 1-800-652-3012. Call now, 1-800-652-3012. For a free brochure, call 1-800-652-3012.
Being the caregiver for someone you love is truly a blessing. But sometimes you can lose a part of yourself. To be your best, for them and for you, it's important to have time to be able to recharge your batteries. When you call Tidewell Hospice, they can give you a chance to do just that, and with the peace of mind of knowing your loved one is in the very best hands. Tidewell Hospice. It's more than you think.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
Now, the official Suncoast weather with ABC7 meteorologist John Scalzi.
So we're looking at pleasant conditions across the region currently with a 67-degree air temperature and a dew point of 61. Across the region, we're looking at general temperatures that are in the lower to mid-60s in inland areas. We even had one 57-degree report coming in from Becky and Old Myakka. Punta Gorda coming in at 63, Northport at 65, 64, Myakka 65, Lakewood Ranch 63 in Parrish. Then closer to the coast, slightly warmer with 67 Sarasota, Venice, Inglewood, 68 degrees Longboat Key. We have a big ridge of high pressure that's building in. The frontal boundary yesterday, which gave us our cloudy skies and produced a little bit of light drizzle and showers, has now pushed south. With that southward flow of air coming in from a northerly wind, high pressure allows for some drier air to filter southward throughout the day. That's going to remove the cloud cover that we had all day yesterday, give us a lot more sunshine this afternoon, and provide us with drier air, so lower relative humidity. It's going to feel absolutely lovely this afternoon. Temperatures will still be warm, coming in around the 80-degree mark under full sunshine, I think, by afternoon, and the rain shower chances pushed well to the west of us. More sun today than yesterday. The drier air moving in will make it feel comfortable. In fact, I think we'll have an extended period of very comfortable afternoons. A string of nice days, probably 7, maybe more, with another frontal boundary reinforcing that drier air by early next work week. We had the showers that moved south. A lot of what you see here actually did not even touch the ground. It kind of re-evaporated into the air as it fell through the relatively dry skies. And now it has all sunk further to our south so that we are left with absolutely dry conditions for your morning commute. There should be no issues weather-wise with slippery roadways due to light sprinkles or a little bit of rain. We will see today and for the next several days sunshine building in from the north, all of the cloud cover being pushed down to the south. Traveling to Miami today, yet there may be a little bit of a light sprinkle during the first half of the day. Then the second half of the day, everything clears out. Florida Keys the same. Otherwise, the area around the peninsula of Florida will feature blue skies, and there should be no issues with tropical development over the next 5 days. We are still in tropical season, though things don't look very good for tropical development right now. Gulf waters, near Atlantic, Caribbean, all look just fine. The forecast for us continues to be very nice for boaters as well. Wind speeds, even though we have had a front moving through, will be a little bit breezy perhaps at times this afternoon, but nowhere near small craft advisory conditions. We'll have a northeast wind sustained, a northeast switching to north wind sustained at about 10 knots. That'll bring you a light chop on your bay and inland waters in 2-foot seas or less. Couple of tides to tell you about. 8:41 high tide. Low tide comes at 3:34. Another high tide tonight, just after the 9 o'clock hour. And the forecast looks great for Veterans Day. Daytime highs topping out in the upper 70s. Low relative humidity. Nice breeze out of the northeast. Plenty of sunshine. And that'll carry us right into the weekend as well. Back to you.
All right, thank you very much, John. Off to a nice start on the roadways today. We are, though, already tracking a problem spot. At 75 northbound, there's a vehicle fire at 301. You can see a little bit of a backup there. Probably people checking it out on 301 as you get onto the interstate, but we're not seeing any slowdowns right now on the highway. In Bradenton, typical building volume southbound on 41. 301 is moving well through Bradenton. The rest of Manatee County looks fine. As you get down into Sarasota County, already seeing some building volume on Bee Ridge, backing up at the lights there. Fruitville showing some volume getting onto I-75, but none of those are major problems, and things are moving well on Clark Road. The construction zone on I-75 southbound looking good in South County. It is 6:19, and throughout the election season, you've probably heard a few people say that they would move out of the country if Trump were to win the election.
I heard some people say they'd move back in, actually, but the fact that we got to vote, whether it was right or wrong, that is what makes it a great country. You should not leave this country. Now that Trump has won, it turns out some people, well, they weren't kidding. Carolina Belchunas has more.
As soon as election results started coming in,
I mean, every minute we had probably 5 to 10 callers.
So did the calls to Jeff Cook Real Estate.
380 phone calls, like overnight. And isn't that crazy?
It was an out-of-box idea, offering to help people sell their homes and move to Canada, now packed with opportunity.
I'd like to move to Canada. Okay. Do you have a home to sell?
Jeff Cook says calls poured in between 10 p.m. and 7 a.m. from all over the country and here at home. On Wednesday, staff members returned calls one by one.
Oh, you would like to move to Canada? Sure. So you need your help on selling your home.
What they're wanting to do is think, in case this real estate market were to crash, how much are they be able to try to sell their house for all of a sudden? There's a lot of people that are wanting us to help them with the immigration papers to be able to move, and obviously, we don't do that. We just help people sell homes.
He says their agents have already scheduled appointments. Unexpected, considering all 10 billboards have been taken down.
We realized that, even though it was sort of a joke and just to get attention in the beginning, we found out very quickly there's a lot of people that are very, very serious about wanting to sell their home because they're just scared of what the future is going to hold.
A clever marketing idea. Sold.
Interesting, although interesting too that they've taken it down, because I think we're moving to the point of support and unity, as President Obama said yesterday. But it worked for marketing for a little bit.
Accept the things you can control, and or you can't control. And we can't. He's going to be president. Let's make it a great country. Whether
Absolutely.
It's still ahead on Good Morning Suncoast.
We're going to take a live look from the White House, of course, where President-elect Donald Trump will be moving in January. But first, he is bringing a big crowd of people with him. We'll tell you about the new blended first family.
I owed the IRS $10,000.
I owed the IRS $20,000.
The IRS garnished my wages.
They put a lien on my house.
The IRS is the most powerful collection agency in the world. They do not give up until you pay.
I couldn't sleep. We were being audited. I called Tax Solutions Now, and a great big weight was lifted off my shoulders.
I called Tax Solutions Now, and they got the IRS off my back.
Tax Solutions Now had my wage garnishment lifted in 48 hours.
Tax Solutions Now can get you help. Our agents know the rules, can stop the pain, and get you the best deal.
We saved our home and overcame the most powerful collection agency in the world.
We connect you with a team of former IRS agents and tax professionals who get the IRS off your back. Time is running out. Call Tax Solutions now.
Call 1-800-565-7740. That's 1-800-565-7740.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried, Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Are you considering joint replacement or revision surgery? Consider this. Dr. Edward Stolarski has performed thousands of successful joint replacement procedures and trained surgeons from all over the world. Using advanced technologies, Dr. Stolarski is able to perform some of the most complex surgeries.
I wish I knew about Dr. Stolarski much sooner.
After the surgery, I don't have any pain. It's like I've got a 16-year-old hip.
My name's Ed Stolarski. What I really do is I give people back their life.
Schedule a consultation today.
Bold, fresh, colorful, gorgeous. Energize your home with the HGTV Home Furniture Collection at Bacon's Furniture and Design. With hundreds of fabrics to mix and match, you'll find your perfect style. And with design and decorating ideas from the experts at HGTV and complimentary design service at Bacon's, it's easy to create the look and feel that's uniquely you. Only at Bacon's Furniture and Design in Sarasota. Nobody beats Bacon's.
They took that stress and that tension when I was particularly feeling very bad after that nasty car accident, and it was such a relief to know that I didn't have to bear that burden alone, that I had help.
Our goal is to not just get a satisfactory settlement on their case. We want them up on their feet, happy again. They've gotten their life back.
Welcome back at 6:24. For 8 years, we have followed the lives of President Obama, his wife Michelle, and daughters Sasha and Malia. But soon that will all change.
ABC's Diane Macedo takes a look at the new first family moving into the White House.
In this morning's GMA First Look, the Trump family will have a brand new address and the task of making the White House home.
It will be my honor and privilege to serve this country.
But Melania Trump is far from traditional.
She's the first immigrant to be First Lady since Louisa, who was the wife of John Quincy Adams in the 19th century. Second of all, she's a former model.
Still, the new First Lady's most important role will continue to be that of mother to 10-year-old Barron, the youngest son of a president to live in the White House since JFK Jr. lived there in 1963. The Trumps tell George he's taking the change in stride.
How has the experience been for him?
I teach him, I explain to him so he knows what's going on. He's taking very well.
And we'll have a live report from the White House coming up at 7 a.m. With your GMA First Look, I'm Diane Macedo, ABC News, New York.
We experienced our first Northeast winter.
We were freezing.
So we went to Burlington. There's so many brands to choose from.
That looks good on you.
We found something for everybody. And the prices are great. This year, we're prepared. Yes!
When I have a headache, I don't want to put my life on hold. I've got a big night planned with my friends, and I want to enjoy every moment of it. That's why I use fast-acting Excedrin for my headaches. Excedrin has 2 pain fighters plus a booster. And for some, headache relief starts in just 15 minutes. Excedrin specializes in treating headaches, which is why moments lost to headaches are moments gained with Excedrin.
This weekend only at Sam's Club, it's our biggest mattress savings of the year. Beat Black Friday with big deals on a huge variety of select Serta mattresses. Get $200 off Kings, $100 off Queens. This Saturday and Sunday only at Sam's Club and samsclub.com.
The all-new mysuncoast.com. Just another way we're here for you.
Types of timber, cuts of meat, cooking times, temperatures, rubs, seasonings, sauces. You name it, they know it. That's what makes them who they are. Sonny's Pitmasters. And proud of it. Come get some baby back ribs at Sonny's Barbecue. On their own or paired with favorites like jalapeno cheddar hot links or pulled or sliced pork plus 2 sides and bread. Sonny's Barbecue. Local Pitmasters since '68.
So many possibilities worth exploring. Minnesota Flooring.
Looking for carpet? Look no further. Minnesota Flooring has Smart Strand carpet as low as $1.79 per square foot. Installed, no add-ons or extras. Unbelievable? Minnesota Flooring can have in-stock carpet installed in your home in 48 hours for as low as $1.99 per square foot. Don't miss these prices. Visit Minnesota Flooring today.
Selling your home? Insist on a 3D showcase tour from Gulf Shores Realty. Virtual tours are flat and boring and look more like a slideshow than a tour. A 3D tour from Gulf Shores Realty is like actually walking through the home without the drive. Get instant access to your next home from any device. Multiple views give homebuyers a perspective like no other. For a limited time, mention ABC7 and Gulf Shores Realty will provide a complimentary 3D tour with your new listing.
Enjoy fine wine, craft beer, and delicious foods, all while supporting a great cause at the 15th Annual Suncoast Food and Wine Festival, Saturday, November 12th from 1 to 4 p.m. at the Sarasota Polo Club. Taste hundreds of wines from around the world and sample cuisine from the area's finest restaurants. Watch live cooking demonstrations from local chefs and take part in a silent auction to bid on creative prize packages that will delight any foodie or wine connoisseur. The event will feature live music by Kettle of Fish. There's free parking, and all proceeds benefit a variety of local charities and Rotary Club projects. Don't miss this year's Suncoast Food and Wine Festival, Saturday, November 12th from 1 to 4 p.m. at the Sarasota Polo Club. For tickets and information, visit suncoastfoodandwinefest.com.
Alex Karras Lincoln's holiday sales event is here. Drive a brand new 2017 Lincoln MKC Sports Utility for $269 per month, or a 2017 MKZ for $299 per month. We are proud to introduce the newest addition to the Lincoln lineup, the all-new 2017 Lincoln Continental. We have a great selection and ready for immediate delivery. Alex Karras Lincoln, affordable luxury. Winner of the prestigious 2015 President's Award, serving Florida's Suncoast since 1978. We're located 2 miles north of the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport on US 41.
Yes, the general election has people taking to the streets in protest.
Seminole tribes will roll the dice on whether Florida courts allow blackjack gambling to continue, and they come up with aces.
The numbers are out, and it doesn't bode well for manatees as the percentage of deaths on the rise.
Live from the ABC 7 studios, this is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
Welcome back. I'm Stephanie Roberts.
And I'm Don Brennan, along with John Scalzi, who nobody is protesting because the weather you've brought with us has been, as he said earlier, exquisite.
Yes, gorgeous.
Yes.
Yeah, we had some cloud cover around yesterday. We had a few sprinkles.
That's all right.
Yeah, it did sprinkle a little bit last evening at my house.
No
big deal. Now, we could probably use a
Jinx.
good rain. Allergy sufferers are begging for rain. I have seen a lot of people talking about that, but
I can attest. It
Yeah?
absolutely is. Yeah, and you know, I don't see that in the forecast really. But we do have some drier air sinking southward, so maybe we'll get some refreshing relief from a northerly wind. Looking at a little bit of showery activity down to the south of us right now. Again, not in our neck of the woods. All in all, we're looking for a gorgeous day with daytime high temperatures in the low 80s, refreshing relative humidity in the afternoon. And as we head into the next several days, it only gets better. We'll talk all about it coming up in a few.
All right, thank you, John. Taking a look at the roadways. Traffic starts to pick up as people heading out the door here at 6:31. The accident that was at mile marker 224 has been cleared seemingly, so no issues on 75 throughout the Suncoast. 301 and 41 looking better, except for Bayshore Gardens, where on 41 there is an accident and it's causing some backups southbound, just south of State Road 70. So that's 41, an accident at Florida Boulevard, and 41 southbound. So be aware of that in the Bayshore Gardens area. As far as Sarasota is concerned, a little bit of a backup both east and westbound, just at 41 and Bee Ridge Road. So be aware of that. Otherwise, everything is pretty free and clear this morning all over the Suncoast on the roadways. Topping our news this half hour, protests took place overnight across the country as people still shocked with Tuesday night's election outcome and Donald Trump winning the presidency.
numerous people have been arrested as a result of those demonstrations. In Los Angeles, protesters set fire to a Donald Trump effigy and blocked the highway. In New York, as many as 5,000 gathered outside Trump Tower. Some protesters are begging Hillary Clinton to challenge the election results.
I need you. Chicago needs you. We all need you. This country needs you.
Both Clinton and President Obama have asked the nation to come together at this time and respect the outcome of Tuesday night's vote.
A lot of voters may now find themselves asking what comes next now that Trump has won the election.
The president-elect has spent the campaign season saying that he will get to work as soon as he gets into office, making several promises on what he will do that very first day. Randy Kay takes a look.
Don't expect Donald Trump to ease into his new job as president.
It's going to be a very busy first day.
Day one, President-elect Trump plans to take action on everything from ISIS to immigration.
On day one, I'm going to begin swiftly removing criminal, illegal immigrants from this country.
Trump vowing to start the process of getting rid of what he called gangs of thugs within 1 hour of taking office.
The first piece of paper that I'm going to sign is we're going to get rid of these people. We are going to get rid of them day one. We start day one.
Along with that, Mr. Trump also plans to start work on the wall at the southern border to keep illegal immigrants out.
On day one, we will begin working on an impenetrable, physical, tall, powerful, beautiful southern border wall.
Donald Trump is aiming high for those first 24 hours on the job, pledging to repeal all of what he calls Barack Obama's unconstitutional executive orders. He also plans to immediately suspend immigration from Syria and Libya and get his generals working on ISIS.
We're going to convene my top generals and give them a simple instruction. They will have 30 days to submit to the Oval Office a plan for soundly and quickly defeating ISIS.
Day one, Obamacare is a target too.
I'm going to ask Congress to send me a bill to repeal and replace, finally, Obamacare. It's a disaster. Under Senate rules, that bill can be passed with 51 votes. 51. Meaning a Republican Congress and a Republican president can save Americans from this disaster in a single afternoon.
Vice President-elect Mike Pence echoing those promises and more.
He's going to repeal every single Obama executive order that's stifling jobs and growth in this economy. We're going to repeal Obamacare lock, stock, and barrel. And lastly, on day one of this administration, we're going to end the war on coal once and for all.
On the first day of the Trump administration, say goodbye to some gun-free zones, too.
I will get rid of gun-free zones on schools, and you have to. And on military bases, my first day it gets signed, okay? My first day. There's no more gun-free zones.
And if President-elect Trump has his way, NAFTA could go away. Day one, he plans to notify Canada and Mexico that the trade deal he calls a disaster is officially up for renegotiation. An ambitious first day for the president-elect. Randy Kay, CNN, Orlando.
Yeah, now believe it or not, back in 1987, Pat Nixon saw Donald Trump on the Phil Donahue show, and she predicted that he would someday be president.
Well, I guess
She
that has
said
come
that
true.
to Richard Nixon, so yeah, it definitely has. And a lot of people were tuning in to see if he would become the 45th president, excuse me.
That's right. 71.4 million Americans watched election coverage on primetime TV Tuesday. That's just shy of the record set by President Obama in his first term. 71.5 million voters tuned in on election night in 2008. CNN, the most watched network this year, followed by Fox News and NBC. There's also been a boost in book sales since election night. Donald Trump's breakthrough bestseller, The Art of the Deal, and his campaign work, Great Again, are now on Amazon's Movers and Shakers list. That list shows the books that are making the biggest jumps on the bestsellers list. The Art of the Deal went up to number 24 on the list after sitting somewhere down in the 1000s before the election. And Great Again is up to 172.
Yes. Now, in other national news, the Marine Corps being ordered to stop operations for one day. In fact, today is the 241st birthday of the Marine Corps. Commandment has issued an order in response to a series of aircraft crashes, non-combat deaths, and incidents of bad behavior. General Robert Neller says service members need to take a look inward and regroup to find ways to improve. Commanders must conduct the one-day stand-down between now and December 1st for active duty Marines. Now, reserve units have until February to comply.
Florida will see one of the most extensive turnovers in Congress to date. There will be 10 new congressional leaders representing Florida. More than a third of Florida's 27-member congressional delegation will be freshmen. 4 current members of Congress just decided to leave this year. 3 decided to pursue other political opportunities. 1 was defeated in her primary, and 2 were defeated in the general election. Another reason for the big change, due to the state Supreme Court's order for lawmakers to redraw the congressional maps earlier this year. A federal judge says that the Seminole Tribe of Florida can keep blackjack tables at its casinos. A U.S. district judge sided with the tribe against the state of Florida. The state and Seminoles reached a deal in 2010 that allowed blackjack tables at the tribe's casinos, but that deal expired last year. Florida's been paid more than $1.5 billion as a result of the tables. The judge ruled that the tribe can keep them for another 14 years, and that ruling could prompt state officials in the tribe to negotiate a new deal. Manatee deaths are on the increase this year, having risen by 18% over last year. Between February and November, more than 430 manatees died across the state. 12 died in Manatee County. 21% of Florida manatee deaths this year were reported in Brevard County, where there were 92 deaths. The worst year for manatees was when there were 830 deaths in 2013. That was tied to red tide.
In sports news this morning, a surprising announcement from Major League Baseball as the league says they will not be donating the Cleveland Indians World Series championship gear to those in need. Instead, the league is asking retailers to give back all the Indians championship gear so it can be destroyed. This is because Major League Baseball says it's opting to destroy the items to protect the team from inaccurate merchandise being placed on the market. Championship clothing from the losing team has been given to needy countries throughout the World Series time through Charity World Vision since 2005.
It's sad that we have to do that.
It is sad, but also Major League Baseball is supposed to meet with the Indians about the Chief Wahoo logo as well, being not
that has
something
always
you want to put forth. Right.
Always been a concern.
And the Indians had gotten rid of it, but now they brought it back with their success.
All right, NASCAR's most popular driver found out that speeding on the racetrack doesn't necessarily mean you can speed wherever you want.
Yes, Little E, Dale Earnhardt Jr. was on his way to Texas Motor Speedway last weekend when he went a little too fast and a little too far over the speed limit. So an officer noticed the speeding car. Dashcam video captured Jr. being pulled over. Earnhardt handed over his ID. The officer said he looked familiar. Earnhardt's fiance, who was in the car with him, says he got away with just a written warning. The officer was heard saying he would get Earnhardt's signature on another day.
Yeah, a little different. Got to have speed limits on the roadways, not like the racetrack. That's funny.
Yes, it
That's
is.
very,
It is
very
pretty
funny.
It's not what I expected Dale Earnhardt to be driving.
You know what? I kind of respect that, though.
Absolutely.
Looking like a normal guy.
That's right.
You would expect that he's just driving in left-hand turns.
Yeah, exactly.
With a souped-up engine.
That's right.
No turbo boost on that one.
Beautiful weather in store for us to be out and about. Nice day to go driving. Looking at a lot of sunshine out there and lower humidity. We'll talk about that after the break.
If you're trying to balance caring for your mother and being a mother to your children, we can help. It's what we do. Call Granny Nannies today.
A helping hand and a gentle heart.
Gold fever has once again swept the nation. And everyone is rushing to Florida to strike it doubly rich. Introducing the $5 million Gold Rush Doubler. We're doubling cash prizes for over $752 million in payouts. And 36 prizes from $1 million to $5 million. The Florida Gold Rush is on. The Florida Lottery, just imagine.
The official salon of ABC7. Cutting Loose Salon.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, AND services.com.
If you have a suspicion for harboring prostate cancer, we have a way of diagnosing by using an exquisite instrument called three-dimensional color flow power Doppler ultrasound. Using this system, we can identify abnormalities within the prostate that you could otherwise never detect. The Totoli Cancer Center is the only center in the southeastern United States which has this technology. If you have prostate cancer, we will find it.
At Sunset Subaru in Sarasota, you'll always get the most for your money. More years, more miles, more 2016 IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus winners than any other brand. And right now, you can lease the most award-winning small SUV on the planet. A new 2017 Subaru Forester for just $209 a month. Or get 0% financing. Complimentary maintenance included at Sunset Subaru in Sarasota. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
My dad is my hero, and I wanted to give him a chance to live life and be happy. Granny Nannies has been a huge help. It has contributed to the health and happiness of my dad, for sure.
A helping hand and a gentle heart.
Now, the official Suncoast weather with ABC7 meteorologist John Scalzi.
Beautiful shot outside our door this morning. Yes, there's a little bit of cloud cover around, and we'll be dealing with that. But that cloud cover will give way to beautiful blue skies as we head into the afternoon. And already, even at this early hour, you can see the blue skies back behind those low-level and high-level clouds. 61 degree dew point temperature, still in the 60s. By afternoon, we'll be in the 50s. Some drier air on the way. 67-degree air temperature. Northeast wind has established itself at about 6. That northeast wind will continue today as the frontal boundary that brought us the cloud cover has sunk south. Well, it's still bringing us a little cloud cover, but that is in the process of decaying away. Certainly no rain showers under any of those clouds. 63 degrees in Wauchula, Arcadia, Mayaca, 62 Parrish, 63 in Bradenton, 64 Lakewood Ranch and in Northport, 63 Punta Gorda, double 66s Venice and in Inglewood, and double 67s in Longboat Key and in Sarasota. The frontal boundary itself has now sunk south. It continues to push down drier air from north central Florida, where the drier air has already moved into. And as high pressure continues to build in the northeast, wind continues to flow, that drier air continues to sink further southward. That will allow us not only at the surface to experience that lower humidity air, but also aloft. We'll see a lot of blue sky as we head into the afternoon. And over the next several days, I think we're going to feature more sunshine than anything else. And the lower relative humidity will make those afternoons feel very comfortable indeed. So more sun today. The drier air moving in eliminates rain shower chances, drizzle chances, and brings us a beautiful afternoon. And it's only one of a string of beautiful days in store. You can see the rain showers that we had moving through the area earlier on dissipated. Now basically the frontal boundary continuing to produce a few scattered showers from about Lauderdale down south through the Miami area, but they're few and far between and not a big deal. If you are taking a plane down there, no issues whatsoever. As far as our local roadways go, dry as a bone. They will be throughout the morning commute. High pressure builds in. Atlanta Airport, Raleigh, Durham, Charlotte all look great. Back to the west, I don't think we'll have any problem in Louisiana Delta region like we have had over the last several days. And Texas is looking pretty good too. The front continues to press south. High pressure continues to build in. The next front does not arrive until probably early next work week, and we are left with great conditions. Satellite view shows nice conditions in the tropics as well. No issues here with any development. Forecast for boaters is good. Northeast wind shifting to the north at about 10 knots. Might get some gusts a little higher than that on occasion, but basically you're looking at nice conditions with 2-foot seas and a light job. And the official Suncoast forecast calls for a fine day today. Nicer day tomorrow with a daytime high in the upper 70s for Veterans Day. And then over the weekend, the beautiful weather continues. Back to you.
All right, thank you very much, John. Checking out traffic right now, we are looking at quiet conditions in Bradenton, 301 and 41 moving fine. A vehicle fire and accident on I-75 has been cleared. However, down to the south in the Bayshore Gardens area at 41 and 14th Street, there is an accident there just south of Florida Boulevard that is being described as a hit and run with roadblocks. So you're going to want to avoid that area as a police investigation will obviously continue there. A new accident showing up in Sarasota as well, north of Fruitville. It's at 17th and Beneva. Normal traffic volume on Bee Ridge starting to pick up as we get closer to the 7 o'clock hour. Things moving well. Clark and I-75 into South County is moving fine. It is 6:48.
All right, if you drink soda throughout the day, especially in the afternoon, we have a little news for you.
Yes, I'm guilty of this, and researchers say it could be affecting our sleep. A new study finds that compared to people who sleep 7 to 8 hours a night, those who skimp on sleep drink 21% more sugar-sweetened beverages, and that includes soda. Less sleep equals more caffeine, which of course makes you stay up later. So the standard medical mantra is you eat right and exercise, and it will generally lead to better sleep, and then cut down on caffeine consumption within 6 hours of bedtime. There's new information in the Brad Pitt-Angelina Jolie divorce.
An investigation into allegations that Pitt was abusive to his son Maddox on a private flight last September has been closed. No finding of abuse by the actor was uncovered, and insiders told various media outlets that the Los Angeles Department of Children and Family Services had been looking into those allegations. Jolie filed for divorce just days after the incident. Custody of the actor's 6 children have been a primary issue in their divorce. Rocker Greg Allman has canceled or rescheduled his shows for the rest of 2016 and the beginning of 2017 after vocal cord problems. The 68-year-old musician said in a statement posted on his website Tuesday that he's taking several months off from touring so he can focus on his health. Allman has faced multiple health issues in the past, including contracting hepatitis C and having a 2010 liver transplant.
Comedian Margaret Cho reports that she's been living in a sober living facility for the last 5 months. According to The Hollywood Reporter, she revealed it to an audience at a comedy store in L.A. Friends and family put together an intervention. Cho thought that originally she thought that intervention was a party, so she brought wine and drank it. But since then, she has been living at the facility. Michael Keaton is returning to his superhero roots, this time as a villain in next year's Spider-Man reboot. Marvel Studios confirms in an interview that Keaton will play Vulture in Spider-Man Homecoming. Keaton played the title character in the 1989 version of Batman and its 1992 sequel. Spider-Man Homecoming will be the first film in the franchise to be produced by Marvel Studios. It stars Tom Holland as the web slinger, and it is set for release in July.
Last time we saw Tom Cruise as Ethan Hunt, he was trying to board an airplane as it took off in Mission Impossible Rogue Nation. Apparently that stunt did not sour Cruise on the series. Paramount has announced the opening day for the 6th Mission Impossible movie will hit theaters July 27, 2018, a few weeks after Cruise's 56th birthday. And that's actually A-Rod's birthday, Alex Rodriguez, July 27th.
And Mission Impossible seems impossible to go away, so nice that the success is continuing. Still ahead on Good Morning Suncoast.
Several new toys are about to head to the Toy Hall of Fame today. We'll show you some of the items that have been nominated for this year's induction.
It's the Crystal Classic International Sand Sculpting Festival on Siesta Beach, November 11th through 15th, with 24 of the world's best sand sculptors. Bring the family for new hands-on kids activities, live music, food, sand sculpting lessons, and more. See SiestaKeyCrystalClassic.com for details.
Hurricane season is here, so when severe weather threatens, count on the official Suncoast Storm Team at ABC7.
We bring you storm warnings faster and with more detail than ever before.
And track storms right down to your neighborhood.
On air, online, and on your mobile device. Turn to the official Suncoast Storm Team at ABC7. We're here for you. ABC7 News at 7, weeknights.
Christmas Traditions by LuxArt Silks, where more is merrier. Make your holidays sparkle with style. Browse our amazing showroom, cute collectible cottages, and beautiful Christmas displays. Find the inspiration, selection, and quality you need to deck the halls merry and bright. Christmas Traditions also features the area's largest selection of quality pre-lit Christmas trees, every size, shape, and color, and plenty of decorations to make your home shine for the holidays. Christmas Traditions by LuxArt Silks, where more is merrier. Visit us on New 301, just a quarter-mile north of University Parkway.
This is a special health alert for seniors suffering with joint pain. If you have Medicare insurance, you may qualify for high-quality support braces at little or no cost.
I'm thrilled with my knee braces.
Now, there is a simple and proven solution for seniors to get out of pain with state-of-the-art support braces.
I barely feel any pain at all.
Braces for your knees and back, as well as your shoulders and ankles, too.
I'm so happy with the quality of these braces.
Call now, and you could qualify for a pain-relieving brace at little or no cost.
I can play ball again, and it doesn't hurt.
And because of my Medicare coverage, it costs me next to nothing.
So call now.
And because I have this red, white, and blue Medicare card, my braces have cost me just about nothing.
It's true. You may get a knee, back, shoulder, and ankle brace at little or no cost.
They qualified me for 2 knee braces and a back brace.
If you have knee or back pain, give them a call. They can help.
1-800-476-8967. 1-800-476-8967.
Hello, I'm Jamie DiDomenico with Cool Today, Plumbing Today, and Energy Today. Here on the Suncoast, taking care of people is more than a slogan. It's a way of life. On Tuesday, November 15th, do your part and show that the Suncoast cares. Come by the Suncoast Blood Bank from 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. and donate one or more of these important items needed by local organizations, including a life-saving blood donation. For more details, visit suncoastcares.org. That's Tuesday, November 15th from 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Suncoast Blood Bank. See you there.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. We promise we're more than a dealership. We're a destination with a movie theater, massage room, aquarium, cafe, and more. We promise to give you top dollar for your trade, even if you don't buy from us. And if you do, we promise you the best deal. Bring us any competitor's ad and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
Come see the Crystal Classic International Sand Sculpting Festival November 11th through 15th on Siesta Beach. Check out the Crystal Classic Party Tent, produced by Siesta Key Chamber of Commerce and Moat Marine. Details including remote parking via SCAT. Visit SiestaKeyCrystalClassic.com.
It is 6:54, and here's what you need to know before you go. Following the week's general election, people across the U.S. and here on the Suncoast are reacting to Trump's big win as the next president. Following this week's vote to allow medical marijuana in Florida, the city of Northport has put together an ordinance that will allow dispensaries within the city. And a disaster recovery center will open today in Manatee County to help those who need help in applying for assistance following Hurricane Hermine. Checking out traffic on the roadways, starting to see that building volume both directions in 301, and that's because you want to avoid 41. There is an accident at Florida Boulevard right there in the Bayshore Gardens area. We do have reports of roadblocks, so we're expecting to see some delays there. 75 is moving well through the construction zones at University Parkway. Another wreck showing up in Sarasota north of Fruitville does not appear to be causing any major problems, and as we head into South County, looks like things are moving well. John?
So if you look out the door and you see a few clouds, don't worry. Today will not be like yesterday afternoon. We'll see lots of sunshine today after these clouds part. No rain in the forecast. Tomorrow, gorgeous. Drier air will have moved in. Look for low relative humidity. Daytime highs in the upper 70s for Veterans Day. And that trend will carry us right into the weekend.
Thank you, John. Now the National Toy Hall of Fame set to reveal its class of 2016. A panel of experts has chosen the honorees from 12 finalists, and they'll be enshrined Thursday in a ceremony at the Strong Museum in Rochester. Nominees are Fisher-Price's Little People, Care Bears, Rock'em Sock'em Robots, Transformers, Nerf Foam Balls, Clue, Uno, Pinball, The Swing, Dungeons and Dragons, coloring books, and Bubble Wrap.
Bubble wrap?
Yeah, to be recognized by the Hall. Toys must have lasted across a generation, and obviously Bubble Wrap has, but with all the toys being nominated, how Hall of Fame is it if everybody gets in?
They didn't put in the vacuum form, my favorite toy.
The vacuum form?
Yes.
What does one do with that?
Way back when, you had little plastic sheets, you heated them up, you put a toy on it, flipped the thing over, pumped out the air, and it created a nice little...
You're such a science geek.
What about Light Bright or
Light Bright?
Night Bright?
Yes. Well, these might already be in there. These are just see. All right, the 80s is back. All right, have a good day, everybody. Good Morning America's coming up next.